welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining today from Hy-Vee. It's two of our great dietitians. We've got Aryn back on the show. Aryn, welcome back and Happy New Year to you.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be on here.
We're glad to have you back for another great year. We've got a lot of fun stuff planned for this year, but today we're going to start with why is it cloudy outside and why is that making your vitamin D bad? And no, that is a part of the talk. I hate to say the time of the year, but it is the time of year when things get low. But today we're going to talk about your vitamin D status and why that's so important. And I automatically associate it with this time of year and being so cloudy, not getting the sun shine that we all love. And, you know, it just gets tough. So why is it so important? What is vitamin D?
Right. So vitamin D is a very important nutrient that our body needs. Our body does not make vitamin D, so it is essential to get it from our environment. And when I say environment, I'm talking about 1, the sun, and 2, our food. According to the National Institute of Health, approximately 41.6% of the population is deficient in vitamin D. And that really comes from being in places like the Midwest where we don't see the sun a lot of the year. So that's, it really has an effect on our body in many different ways.
Yeah. And, my first question to you off air was, well, we're in the dairy state. We have to be loaded here with vitamin D when it comes to dairy products. But you say, hold on, but we'll get to that. But let's talk about exploring this, starting with your bone health, which again, another area that I would think of as vitamin D, but so important there for having it for the bone health, bone structure.
Exactly. And when we talk about dairy, this is exactly where a lot of our minds are going to go, our bone health. So the presence of vitamin D is necessary for calcium absorption into our gut. So vitamin D also helps to maintain the right amount of bone calcium and phosphate in the blood. It's important for our bone health and our teeth too. So as we think about milk and dairy, we fortify our milk with vitamin D to help that calcium and vitamin D absorption. So it all just makes sense, right?
It does. I mean, I was a little shocked. I probably should have known that, but yeah, it is. It's good. How about anti-inflammation?
Yes, vitamin D plays a role in the inflammation response by regulating the production of our cells, our cytokines, and our immune cells. And that's a crucial part of inflammation and immune system. So it really helps to boost our immune system as well. So we see that vitamin D is so crucial in for our cancer patients too, because of that immune response.
Yeah, you don't really think, you're always thinking, well, when I'm not healthy, I'm going to get my vitamin C and, and go the other direction and stay away from D. But D is that's your bud, I guess, if you will. Cell growth, another area that's really important.
Right. So vitamin D also plays a role in many different processes as part of our healthy cell growth and development, including our cell differentiation and our cell cycling processes. So it's, our body's all cells. So we need to continue to help that system progress.
And blood sugar control too. I a little surprised here that could play a big role here.
Yes, vitamin D is thought to help promote the release of insulin from the pancreas, and therefore an adequate vitamin D level could help to result in better blood sugar control. So that's super important, especially because a lot of those in our society have diabetes or are on the verge of becoming diabetic. So it is really important to get that vitamin D in.
All right. Well, we've established the importance of it. Now, like all Wisconsinites, we're asking ourselves today on a cloudy day again, where the heck do we get our vitamin D? How can we increase this?
Right. So, of course, number one is the sun. And because we're in the Midwest, because it's winter and it's cloudy, we don't see the sun often. So, when we do try to get outside, if it's not too breezy and cold, roll up your sleeves, let that sun get on your skin, and then also expose your face to when, again, in short increments so you're not getting too cold too quickly. And if you have the option, take a vacation, go south, expose your body to more sunlight.
This is the first time I've heard a dietitian say take a vacation. So I'm just going to note that for future interviews. Food, you had mentioned off the top, so important here. So where are we going to find vitamin D in food?
So we've already talked about our dairy, so our milk, cheese, yogurt. Another food that you'll find in the dairy section is our fortified orange juice. That's a great one for kids because it's easy to consume and kids love orange juice. So the fortified orange juice, that's fortified with vitamin D and calcium. Some fatty fish, your tuna, salmon, mackerel, beef liver, not a very popular option, but some people do enjoy it. Eggs, which again, very common. So egg yolks, that's the orange middle. So don't avoid those yolks. We need that. And then also mushrooms. Mushrooms are the only vegetable that have vitamin D because they are growing with UV light.
Well then, it's all over the spectrum. You can mix that mushroom with the liver. Maybe it will taste better. No, I digress there. Well, it's good. Supplements might be the next question here. And certainly vitamins today seem more popular than they ever were. So where would you start if you're going to consider taking a supplement?
Yes, first, we're going to be doing vitamin D testing as a regular test offered at Hy-Vee. So if you are interested, you can connect with me to get that done. If you are considering a supplement, I always recommend talking with your either your primary physician or your pharmacist about specific dosing recommendations. Vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin, which means that it's absorbed and stored in our fat tissue and our liver. That's why beef liver is full of vitamin D. And because it's stored in that fatty liver areas of our body, fatty areas of our body, it's very easy to get too much of it.
Gotcha. So you gotta, it's got to be done in on top of everything else here. Moderation might be a thing here, but the screenings can help cover that. What's a part of the screening? So what are we looking at as far as if you do take on the screening to learn more about what you got for vitamin D?
Right. So just like all of our other screenings offered at Hy-Vee, we do a little finger poke and get some of your blood out. With that screening, it isn't the results aren't automatic, so I do send that in to the company. They give me the results within 2 to 4 weeks, and then you'll know your results in that time too. Very
awesome. Easy. Yeah, it is very easy. Well, I've got everything written down here. I can continue to drink my milk. I gotta add beef liver in there. No, I mean we gotta add some things this time of year, but you also just don't want to overdo it. So again, your takeaways is what?
Well, eat vitamin D rich foods and talk to your doctor if you are concerned with your levels.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, exactly. We can stop in and then talk with Aryn or any of the great dietitians in the area and get some more information. And at the end of the day, too, Aryn, I think we just got to hope that we're going to see some more sunshine too as winter closes out. But hard to say that this time of year.
Exactly, and we can't control the weather.
Oh, well, that's, I guess, point number 2 that I could take away today from this. Aryn, if folks do want to learn more about whether they want to get tested, where to start, or just any general questions, how can they find you?
Yeah, go to Hy-Vee.com/health, find your dietitian page, or even just stop in at Hy-Vee and ask for the dietitian.
All right, Aryn, thank you so much. Appreciate the help. And here's the vitamin D.